Hello trader, this is an updated multi-time frame analysis on XAUUSD. So let's see what kind of opportunity we have in the beginning of the week as the market open with a massive gap here, and after this gap open we have seen a primary bounce to the resistance line. So before we look at to see where we can find our trading opportunity in this instrument, first let's quickly look at the monthly chart again to see overall picture. Now as usual, monthly price action is strongly bullish. We can see that it's a established uptrending market structure, a very strong impulse, and we have seen the deeper pullback here. Previous monthly candle is also starting up a potential new impulse to the upside. Now this month we can see in the beginning of the month we saw that there was a little sideways movement and then bounce with a pullback here. This candle showing potential bullish, as after this bullish engulfer this candlestick pattern is still, whenever there the sellers dropping that price, it's bouncing back up again to create a new higher high. If we look at the weekly perspective on XAU USD, we can see that from the weekly this is also bull market starting from here. This is the impulse on the weekly. It's a massive bullish impulse on XAU USD, and followed by previous weekly candle is a doji with a massive gap open. Today we saw that there was almost 100 pip gap open in that area, and the price initially tested the gap, and once the price tested the gap, there is a bounce to the upside. Now there are two probable scenario: is the price to continue to rise or drop back again to grab more liquidity. As this weekly candle is quite slender, as you can see it's at the top of this massive move, there is a less probability that this price will be able to bounce directly to fill that week. Rather, what I think that we could see a deeper drop here for liquidity grab, and we might see a potential liquidity candle formation after grabbing this liquidity to the upside. So therefore there is a probability for a potential rejection from the top here on XAUUSD. So dropping down to the daily chart here, now this is the daily price action. We There are two probable scenario. Again, we could see the market is moving in this channel, respecting this support here, support here, support here, and we may see the market after a retest again dropping here, grabbing massive liquidity and then bouncing back up. The other probability is to maintain that support and the price to move back up to that resistance line, and lower time frame price action can give us a potential understanding of what might be happening. So if we look at the 1 hour chart here, we can see that gap open, and then from the support level the bulls try to create an impulse. Currently after this doji, the price initially had a initial bounce here. Now this is a resistance line at the moment at 2905 from the 1 hour perspective. As this doji is a strong rejection, we could see that XAUUSD again moving up here to that liquidity zone, above this zone, as there is a high liquidity in that area on XAUUSD. And with that liquidity zone, expecting this market, what I think that initially later today we might see a bounce here that might give a potential momentum in this market. So this is the zone that will be waiting for potential trading opportunity for this move towards the downside. But I think that if the price bounce back up upon price action confirmation, we could see potential selling opportunity for short term. And as this is the 1 hour head and shoulder in that area, and which is also an important support here, which is turning resistance, expecting XAUUSD to reject from that level to this support level. And what I think that the price may try to retest this support multiple times, or even could break below to trend for short term perspective to create a new lower low from the weekly perspective. So therefore this is the zone that will be waiting for potential selling opportunity on XAUUSD. Traders, if you enjoyed this education and analysis, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Thank you, and I'll see you soon in my next analysis.